Crime doesn't sleep, and neither do the headlines. From shocking arrests to heartbreaking tragedies, this week's crime roundup has it all: a grieving father on the run, an elderly doe tangled in drug deals, and students caught in the crossfire of a growing drug war. I'm your host, Whimsical Amy, and here is everything you need to know. First up, a father's worst nightmare becomes his fight for justice. A 15-year-old student Kehinde Alade was shot and killed in Ibadan by a policeman during what his father Odunayo Alade says was a chaotic traffic chase involving Oyo State Road Traffic Management Authority (OYRTMA) officials. Alade, now in hiding, explained that he was simply taking his children to school when his vehicle was suddenly targeted by traffic officers and later followed by more vehicles. After his car was hit multiple times, he tried to get away. It wasn't until his twin son screamed that he realized that Kehinde had been shot by a stray bullet. Alade said his son was in the back seat with his siblings and had no clue why they were being chased. The incident contradicts a video reportedly recorded. Alade claims he is not a suspect and insists his children were innocent. He broke down emotionally, sharing how he had raised his children alone after their mother left and vowed to give them the best life. He now demands justice for Kehinde, calling the killing senseless and saying those responsible should be held accountable. Now, while one family mourns a loss, another young girl is forced to face something no child should ever go through. A 47-year-old man named Muriano Lasisi has been arrested by the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) in Ogun State for allegedly defiling and impregnating a 14-year-old girl. The crime took place in Oke Sokori, Abeokuta, and was reported by a neighbor who noticed suspicious activity. After being arrested, Lasisi confessed to the crime during interrogation. The NSCDC stated that they have applied to have him remanded in custody for 60 days while awaiting advice from the Director of Public Prosecutions. The state commandant, Remilekun Ekundayo, promised to ensure justice is served and warned that such indecent acts against minors will not be tolerated. She emphasized that this case should be followed closely to set an example and deter others from committing similar crimes. From victim to vices, our next story shows how drugs continue to lure even the young into a dangerous world. The NDLEA recently made several high-profile drug busts across Nigeria, including the arrest of a student in Kwara State who was selling opioids to fellow students. The student Ibrahim Oladimeji Abdulateef was found with 650 grams of loud cannabis already packed in 149 cups. Massive seizures were also made at key ports. 3 million pills of tapentadol and carisprodol worth 2.1 billion naira were found in a container at Port Harcourt, while another container at Apapa Port had 169,800 bottles of codeine syrup hidden among car parts, valued at over 1.1 billion naira. The NDLEA also intercepted drugs at carrier centers, including 250 grams of cocaine concealed in female headgear heading to Australia. Multiple other arrests and drug seizures occurred in states like Lagos, Niger, Taraba, and Jigawa, with hundreds of kilograms of skunk, tramadol, and other drugs recovered. One suspect was even caught with an AK-47 rifle hidden in a sack of maize. The agency continues its war against drugs abuse (WADA) campaign by educating students across various schools in Nigeria to prevent youth involvement in drugs. And just when you think you've seen it all, our next story proves that age doesn't always mean innocence. In a surprising twist, the NDLEA operatives arrested two elderly suspects, an 80-year-old man Ayuba Ashiru and an 82-year-old woman Uloma Uchechi Sunday, along with the woman's 32-year-old daughter Chisom Uchechi. The elderly trio was busted during a nationwide drug raid involving multiple locations. This arrest shocked many because of their advanced age, especially as Ayuba is a known ex-convict. Despite their age, they were reportedly active in drug trafficking and distribution networks. The NDLEA emphasized that age will not exempt anyone from the law, especially when it comes to drug-related crimes. These arrests form part of the agency's ongoing efforts to clamp down on drug dealers regardless of their status, age, or background. The cases are still under investigation, with more legal action expected. To wrap things up, this last report takes us on the road with smugglers, rifles, and serious weight. The NDLEA made more significant arrests during routine patrols in states like Niger, Kaduna, Nasarawa, and Jigawa. In Niger, a man named Idris Kamal was caught transporting 316 blocks of skunk weighing 143 kilograms. Another man, Emmanuel Hassan, was found with 14.3 kilograms of loud, and further investigation led to the arrest of Bello Aliyu, the actual owner. In Nasarawa, 60-year-old Roma Kengbo was caught with nearly 600 kilograms of skunk, while another suspect in Lagos had over 67 kilograms. In another serious case, a 29-year-old man, Ismail Isai, was caught on the Abuja-Kaduna highway carrying AK-47 and two magazines hidden in maize sacks. The NDLEA stated he would be handed over to the appropriate agency. Meanwhile, public awareness programs continue under the WADA campaign, with lectures and sensitization efforts reaching students in several schools across the country. These actions highlight the agency's aggressive push to stop the drug crisis and reduce armed criminal activity. And that's your crime recap for the week. Heartbreaking losses, shocking arrests, and dangerous patterns that just keep repeating. I'm your host, Whimsical Amy. Stay safe, stay aware, and we'll be back next time with more stories that matter. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.